Hello student. Today we will start the new topic entropy. In this chapter, in this lecture, we will discuss actually what is entropy and what are the entropy for different processes. Okay, so first we start with the entropy. Entropy is nothing but it is a randomness. Entropy is nothing but it is the randomness. What do you mean by the randomness? Suppose in any of the closed vessel we provide heat. So as the heat is provided to that particular vessel, then the gases which are present in the vessels will get excited after getting the heat, and once it get excited, then their to and fro motion will increase, and due to the to and fro motion, obviously there are much degradedness will be there. So this degradation is nothing but this randomness is nothing but is known as entropy. So basically, in the first law of thermodynamics, we have discussed the Joule's law that for the cyclic process dq is equal to dw, that is the change in total heat will be equal to change in total work, and in this first law the property is considered to be as internal energy. While in case of the second law of thermodynamics, it is the law of direction, in which high grade of energy will be directly converted into the low grade energy, that is work will be converted into heat. But the conversion of low grade energy into high grade energy is not at all possible by its own. For that we need some external devices like your heat engine. So in the second law of thermodynamics, what is basically the property is? So the property which encounters the second law of thermodynamics is nothing but is known as entropy. So that today we will deal with this particular topic, entropy. Okay, so as we have already discussed in second law of thermodynamics, for Clausius inequality, what is basically the Clausius inequality? Clausius inequality says that cyclic integration dq over t is less than or equal to 0. This we have already studied and we have already proved it into the second law of thermodynamics. Okay, and this equality holds for reversible process while inequality holds for irreversible process. Okay, so now let's start with this Clausius inequality, and from there we will reach to the fundamental concept of entropy. Let's suppose there is a 2 points or 2 state 1 and 2, and we are reaching from 1 to 2 through the path A and returning through the path B, and there is one another path returning from 2 to 1 is to C1. Okay, now and all the paths are reversible. This all we have assumed that all paths are reversible. Okay, now what we will do, and since all the paths are reversible, then as per the Clausius inequality, cyclic integration dq upon t is equal to 0 for reversible path. So what will happen? Cyclic integration 1 a2 dq upon t plus cyclic integration 2b1 dq upon t. This must be 0 if we are returning through the path, considering the path 1a2b1 for this path. If we are going from state 1 to state 2 through the path 1A2 and returning from 2 to 1 through the path 2C1, which is again a reversible path, then 1A2 dq upon t plus 2C1 dq upon t, this also is equal to 0, and this is for 1A2C1 path. Okay, so from equation 1 and 2, if we consider equation 1 and 2, then we will see that 1b2 dq upon t, this value is equal to 1c2 dq upon t. What does it mean? It means that it is 2b1 and 2c1. Please make it correct. It is 2b1 this is 2b1 and this is 2c1. So we can say that for this the path is 2b1 and for this the path is 2c1, but the value of dq upon t is same, means the quantity dq upon t does not depend on path, and it only depends on end state or end point. Okay, therefore dq upon t is not a path function. It is not a path function. Okay, so I am just crossing it that dq upon t is not a path function, but dq upon t is a point function. Okay, so since the value of dq upon t is a point function, so it must be a property. And the name of this property is entropy. Represented by Ts is equal to dq upon t for reversible path. Okay, so therefore ds means entropy is equal to dq upon t for a reversible process, and this is known as entropy. Hence, integration 2b1 dq upon t is equal to integration 2c1 dq upon t This is nothing but it is integration ds from 2 to 1. Now this is delta s. Okay, so this is known as entropy. Is that okay? So this is the basic concept of entropy. Now again for Clausius inequality, and now suppose now suppose path 1A2B1, this is your reversible path, and 1A2C1, this is your irreversible path. Okay, so as per Clausius inequality, cyclic integration dq by t is less than 0 for irreversible path. Then what will happen? Integration 1A2 C1 dq upon t. This value is nothing but it is 1A2 dq upon t plus 2C1 dq upon t, and this value will be less than 0. This is our first equation. But cyclic integration 1A2B1 dq upon t, this is nothing but it is 1A2 dq upon t plus 2B1 dq upon t, and this must be equal to 0 for reversible path. Therefore, cyclic integration 1A2 dq upon t is equal to minus time of 2B1 dq upon t. Now putting this value into equation number 1, we have cyclic integration 1A2 dq upon t plus 2C1 dq upon t is less than 0, and for this we can write minus integration dq upon t 2B1 plus integration dq upon t 2C1 is less than 0, or we can say that integration dq upon t for 2B1 is greater than integration dq upon t for 2C1, and this is reversible path, this is reversible path, and this is for irreversible path. And for reversible path, dq upon t is nothing but it is delta s. So this dq upon t is nothing but it is delta s, or we can say that it is integration ds is greater than dq upon t for irreversible path to C1. Okay, means so what does it mean? it means that if the path is irreversible, then the value of this property, that is the entropy, will be greater than its transfer of heat value, that is dq upon t, the entropy which is generated with the help of this dq upon t. Okay, and this is the entropy between the same state. Suppose we have two states, this is state 1 and state 2. Then change in entropy from this state is nothing but it is S2 minus S1, that is delta S. Okay, this is for the system. But if it is the reversible path, then and suppose the entropy changes occur due to the heat transfer, that is dq upon t. So if it is your reversible path, then this dq upon t value will be equal to this S2 minus S1 or delta S value. But if the same is your, suppose it is your for irreversible, I am showing the blue pen irreversible, that is dq upon t. This is for irreversible. Okay, so dq upon t, then this value of dq upon t, which is the entropy change in reason for the entropy change, but this value is not equal to exactly this value, that is change in entropy. Means this value, that is the entropy change of the system, is greater than this value. Means entropy changes due to external means. It means some internal, inside the system, entropy is being generated. Okay, so what will happen? So in irreversible path, entropy is generated within the system and this generation of entropy is due to the friction, which is major cause of irreversibility, which is the major cause of irreversibility. Hence, delta S, that is equal to integration, this is dq upon t plus S generation this is nothing but it is entropy change of system between initial and final state. This is what? It is nothing but it is the change in entropy due to external means. This is change in entropy due to external transfer. And this is your entropy generated within the system. Okay, so means we can say that entropy generation, S generation, which is within the system, this is known as inside entropy. Inside entropy means within the system. Within the system. And this dq upon T, simply dq upon T, this is outside entropy. Outside entropy. Or we can say that external entropy. This is external entropy and this is known as internal entropy. This is outside entropy, means due to transfer of heat, energy transfer. Due to energy transfer outside entropy. Okay, and this delta S is your system. So total change in entropy of system a system is sum of internal entropy and external entropy. Okay, so for reversible path, S generation must be equal to 0, means in internal entropy is entropy is 0 and the delta S, that is change in entropy of system, is nothing but it is equal to external entropy. While for irreversible path, delta S is equal to integration dq upon T, that is outside, plus S generation, and this S generation is always greater than 0. It is always being greater than 0 because it is generated within the system. Okay. This is for irreversible path. The value of delta S is same either for reversible path or irreversible path. Because it is point function. That is, suppose if we have 2 points, this is your 1 and this is your 2. This is 1, this is 2. This is I am going through reversible path and this is I am going through irreversible path. Then delta S, that is S2 minus S1, is same for both the path. The only change is change in the only change in internal and external entropies. So I think now it is very much clear to you people that between any 2 point to state, if we are going through the reversible path or whether we are going to irreversible path, the value of change in entropy of the system, that is S2 minus S1, that will always be the same. The only thing which will be changed is its internal and external entropy. What does it mean? The internal entropy means the entropy is being generated. If it is a reversible path, then there is no entropy generation will take place. Then this delta S, that is S2 minus S1, this value is nothing but it is the external entropy. Okay. While if it is an irreversible path, then of course the entropy generation will take place. Then means due to external entropy change, its value is less because some parts will also be incorporated due to the internal generation. Okay, so it means as the path is becoming irreversible, then entropy generation takes place. So as the path is more and more irreversible, then the entropy generation value will increase. So as the value of S generation, yani entropy generation increases, the path becomes more irreversible. So this is an important one. As the value of entropy generation increases, the path becomes more irreversible. And when the S generation is 0, then it is your reversible path. Okay. So now I think it's clear to you people what basically is entropy and how it is taking place. Now you see, let us assume entropy transfer. How to calculate the entropy transfer? And suppose this is our system. Okay, so we know that energy transfer takes place due to heat, due to work, and due to mass. There are the three ways by which energy transfer takes place. Okay, in the form of heat, in the form of work, in the form of mass. And here the internal energy of the system changes. This is your first law of thermodynamics. But the work transfer, this does not responsible for entropy transfer. So entropy transfer is only due to heat and mass transfer. Okay, so external entropy is nothing but this is due to heat plus mass. Okay, heat and mass transfer. So suppose this is our system, then here obviously some entropy takes place which is coming inside the system, some entropy goes outside the system. Here it is delta S system. So S in minus S out plus what is this is internal. This is internal entropy. And this is external entropy. And this is nothing but it is delta S system. This equation is basically known as entropy balance equation. Okay, now this external entropy changes. This is only due to the transfer of heat and mass. Okay, so S in, so this is dq upon T plus, suppose there is mass, so some MISI, this is in minus dq upon T plus summation of M out S out, where small s, Si or S naught is basically representing the specific entropy per unit mass. Plus S generation is equal to delta S, that is change in entropy of the system. Okay, so now if it is a closed system and for open system, for closed system, then dq upon T in minus integral dq upon T out plus S generation is equal to delta S, because the mass transfer does not take place for closed system, and for open system obviously integration dq upon T plus summation MISI inside minus integration dq upon T plus summation M outside S outside, that is coming out of the system, plus entropy which is generated within the system is equal to delta S of the system. So this is your for open system in which entropy transfer does takes place with the help of heat as well as the mass, while in case of enclosed system the transfer of entropy or external entropy takes place by means of heat transfer, and there is no mass transfer takes place for closed system. Okay, now we have seen that this delta S, which is the delta S system, this is nothing but it is, its value is dependent on point. It is not a path function, so it is a property, but we know that this value depends on path, so they are path function. So therefore S generation, that is entropy generation, is a path function. This is a path function. So please make sure, sometimes this question has been asked in engineering services as well as in GATE, that even though the entropy of the system is your point function, but the entropy generation within the system is a path function. Why is it so? So you can prove by this. Okay, so entropy generation is a path function. So as the path becomes more and more irreversible, then the value of entropy generation will start increasing. And what is the minimum value of entropy generation? The minimum value of entropy generation is equal to 0 for reversible path. Okay, now some interesting facts come through this equation. Now see what are those facts. As we have proved that dq upon p plus s generation is equal to delta s system. Okay, now we are just talking for closed system, the closed system. So if heat is added, so dq upon T is equal to positive. Once heat is added, the heat is coming inside, so S in is positive and as there is nothing coming out, or we can say that only we are taking this thing as a positive quantity and S generation is positive, so delta S will be positive. If heat is rejected, now suppose if heat is rejected, so dq upon T will be a negative and S generation will be positive, and we are assuming path is irreversible and S generation is positive. So as a result, delta S, this may be positive, may be negative, or may be equal to 0. When it will be positive, when S generation value is more, when it is negative, when this dq upon T will be more, and when the value of delta S is equal to 0, when this dq upon T and entropy generation, both the values are equal, but sign will be opposite, so delta S will be equal to 0. So when delta S is equal to 0, it is known as your isentropic process. When delta S is equal to 0 means isentropic process, means where process is isentropic process. What does it mean? Where the entropy is constant. Entropy remains constant. So it is not necessary that for isentropic process the process must have to be a reversible, or an irreversible isentropic process can hold. For reversible S generation is equal to 0. So delta S is equal to dq upon T. So this can be in 3 ways. It is greater than 0 when heat is adding. When there is a heat addition to system. This value is negative when heat is rejected through system. And this value is 0 when dq is 0. Okay, when dq is equal to 0. And what is the meaning of dq is 0, or what does it mean? When dq is 0 and dq is 0, it means adiabatic process. So reversible adiabatic process is known as an isentropic process. So reversible adiabatic process is known as isentropic process, but vice versa need not to be true. As we have already seen that every isentropic process is not necessarily a reversible adiabatic process, because in a earlier case for an irreversible path, if this heat rejected and entropy generation, these two values are equal, then it might be possible that the process will be your isentropic process. Okay, so this is a very good result with the help of entropy and entropy generation. Okay, so I think a lot regarding to the entropy must have been clear to you people. What basically entropy is, what is how it is related with the first law of thermodynamics. Okay. Now we have seen that delta S is greater than or equal to dq upon t greater than or equal to equality hold for reversible path, and for an irreversible path, so this is your entropy generation, and this entropy generation is nothing but it is your path function, and this generated due to the irreversibility that we have already discussed all these things. And as the value of delta S generation increases, the path becomes irreversible. And this is the most important thing, is that this entropy generation is a path function. This dq upon t we have already seen in the first law of thermodynamics that heat transfer is your path function. So dq upon t is your path function, and this dq upon t is your path function, and this delta S, that is the entropy change, is your point function. Now the next part is that entropy change for different processes. How the value of entropy changes for different processes we have to calculate. But before that, I would like to explain different processes on PV diagram and on TS diagram. And one more thing through the entropy is that for reversible, now we will discuss all the part for reversible process. For reversible process, ds is equal to dq upon t. This means dq can be written as tds. Okay, this is for reversible process. So if we take TS diagram, if we take TS diagram and suppose we are moving from point 1 to point 2, okay, so integration is TDS, so total Q is nothing but it is equal to integration TDS. So this integration TDS will nothing but the area of the TS diagram. This is between 1 to 2, area of TS diagram, hence heat transfer to system is equal to area of TS diagram. As through the first law of thermodynamics, we have shown that work transfer is equal to the area of PV diagram. Similarly, heat transfer is nothing but it is equal to the area of the PS diagram. Okay. So this is your total heat transfer. Now from Q1 to 2, this is nothing but it is T S2 minus S1. So if heat is being added, suppose heat is added, then this Q is positive, it means S2 will be greater than S1. If heat is added, now see, include the next one, Q12 is T delta S, that is T times S2 minus S1. So if heat is added, then Q12 will be positive, thus S2 must be greater than S1, means entropy of the system increases, and this increment into entropy signify that randomness or degree of randomness has been increased due to heat absorbed by gas molecule. Okay, and once the gas molecule absorbs the heat, so there to and fro motion takes place. So randomness has been increased, means entropy of the system will increase. If heat is rejected, then what will happen? Then obviously Q12 will be negative, means S2 will be less than to S1. The entropy of the system will decrease. Entropy of the system decreases, and this decreases because the molecules loses its energy, and once they loses its energy, so their tendency to motion and interaction with the other will be decreases, so its randomness also decreases. So therefore we signify that entropy is nothing but it is the degree of randomness. Okay, so we can say entropy is equivalent to degree of randomness. And you can see that if Q12 is equal to 0, means no heat will be added or rejected, then what will happen? S2 will be equal to S1, means the entropy of the system is remains constant. It means that since there is no heat transfer takes place, so the randomness is as remains constant, and that's why the entropy remains constant. So this is your entropy basically, and the value of this entropy is nothing but it is correlated with the heat addition or heat rejection, and that we can calculate with the help of the PS diagram.